Welcome back. You're watching and listening to Breakfast with Martin and Nana.
Now, officials are facing calls to improve vaccine rates for whooping cough over fears the cost of living crisis is contributing to low uptake. And
data shows that the rates of people taking the vaccines is at the lowest level in the 10% most deprived areas in England.
And this comes after it was revealed the UK could be experiencing its biggest outbreak of whooping cough in almost 2 decades.
Well, we're now joined by Senior Clinical Lecturer at the University of Exeter Medical School, Dr. Bharat Pankania. Bharat, welcome to the show. It's really good to talk to you again. It's been a long time. Haven't spoken to you in a while. Bharat, what are we putting this down to? The fact that a lot of people are getting whooping cough, which is unusual, really.
This is multifactorial, Nana, and it has many issues surrounding why the uptake is low. So there has been a growing trend of low vaccine uptake for some time. Add to this the difficulty of ready access to general practice is a big contributing factor. And remember, in deprived areas, there's a lot of pressure also on primary care services. And then it's a rhythm, it's a pattern. When you miss your first appointment, you're more likely to miss your second, and you're more likely to miss your third as well. So when I was a practicing consultant communicable disease control, what I used to do was work with the GP practices and say, make it open access. In other words, whenever a patient turns up, try and get them immunized, because they don't have that pattern of we can only come here between 10 and 4 p.m., that sort of thing.
Maybe they need to do it in schools. Would it be practicable for them to do it in schools? Because a lot of the time they do stuff like that, don't they? Go to schools, get these vaccinations done.
So this 6-in-1 vaccine that we give is a childhood vaccine given at 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 16 weeks. So it really is in early days of life, and it's very much in the hands of, the little baby's carers to get the baby either at the child clinic, toddler clinic, or GP services.
Dr. Pankania, the figures are alarming. 5 babies have died this year now, 2,793 cases across England alone so far this year. That's 3 times more than the previous year. And another alarming stat, 51% of these cases are of people aged 15 and older. This is not just solely now down to babies. Therefore, do we have to address the fact we spoke to an NHS doctor last week who works in an outreach project in London and said oftentimes what she's experiencing is people coming into the country from overseas territories who don't have that heritage of baby vaccination early doors. And so we're kind of picking up the pieces in the UK later on down the line. Is this an illness like measles, like others, that we thought that we'd stamped out, and now because of the changing demographics of the UK, that's no longer the case?
No, there's, again, a lot of multiple factors at play here. So, for example, the 15-year-olds, etc., getting these infections are a function of they missed their vaccines when they were babies. Then there is also a small minor point that can also happen, which is the vaccine efficacy sometimes can drop off, and then you start seeing cases later on. And if that happens, there's always a booster campaign that we can do. But look, the bigger picture is this. These are serious infectious diseases that make you very ill. 6 of them are easily vaccine preventable. And what we ought to be doing is making ready access for young mothers to take their children to those clinics or set up mobile clinics to immunize these little babies. And it protects them very much so for the rest of their life, mostly.
Thank you, Dr. Bharat Pankania. Really good to talk to you.